they go to multiple hospitals, Ron, if they're talking with multiple hospitals, they're hearing the same message.
So no goodwill. You're getting paid for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
don't get me wrong, Ron. You'll see in the marketplace. I don't necessarily agree with it that people are getting paid per patient file.
Right.
And I caution the listeners out there if you see a model like that to really understand it, because at the end of the day it could be a stark violation. And doctors say, well, geez, no one's ever gotten in trouble for a stark violation in this transaction. Well, there's been a lot of disclosure requirements for hospitals regarding what they have to report to the IRS and so on, that I think in the next few years will lead to more and more scrutiny in this area. And I just put it out there, be very cautious and make sure you consult an attorney and make sure you understand the valuation that's presented and that it covers it adheres to the Stark violation, the Stark rule.
Now, heading to the flip side of the coin, we're talking about physicians here, heading over to hospitals, and this is the big question, Helen, that it requires some thought on it, the approach. But do hospitals really understand how to manage these physician practices? I mean, they are a different animal of a different order. Do they really get it? And I assume, even whatever answer you get, ultimately they will. But at this point right now, do they really understand it?
They're learning. They're learning. They realize that they made some mistakes in the 90s. They realize it was a failure in the 90s. They acknowledge that they don't understand how physicians manage and run their practices. Most understand now that a physician leader is important, and a physician council is also critical to get all the physicians involved in making decisions. And hospitals are finding ways to make that possible, to give physicians some decision-making authority and to ensure that they maintain some of their autonomy. So it's happening. It's just a little slow.
Right. Well, listen, I want to take the opportunity to thank. We could talk for hours on this with Helen and John. This is a big topic, but I do want to take the opportunity, Helen, if we could give your email to our listeners out there, because there might be some who want to contact you. It's
Hadley at VantagePointConsult.com.
And that's Hadley, Hadley, correct?
Correct.
Right. And John, if you have your contact information there for our listeners?
Sure. You can either go through our website, which is www.Kostin, that's KOSTIN.com, or you could reach me directly at JKOLIANI at Kostin.com, which is Koliani at Kostin.com.
And Helen, what's the website over there for Vantage?
www.VantagePointConsult.com.
Okay, terrific. Again, I want to thank the two of you for taking the time to come on the show today. It has been a real pleasure talking to the both of you.
Thank you, Ron. We appreciate you having us.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Ron. Our pleasure.
A lot of food for thought. And again, I want to let all our listeners know if you have any comments, suggestions for future topics on a future show, you can send me an email at Ron, that's R-O-N, at hbnradioshow.com. That's Ron at hbnradioshow.com. And I want to thank our assistant engineer out there, Kevin. And I want to thank all of you, all our listeners out there, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen in. And I want to wish all of you good luck, and may the good news be yours.